Hello and welcome to Analysis. In this video, we're going to look at how to use the tools to monitor, diagnose, and improve quality scores. So if you're on your dashboard, you can click over to the quality score analysis and you can see your account level quality score. This is impression weighted across the account. You can then see your account level quality score, any changes from the previous week, see the history, and then see the last update dates. Now if we look down further, we can look at our keyword quality score data in mass. So first, you can see your graphs of your keyword counts and then a secondary metric such as impressions. So here we have 450 keywords at a 10 quality score and 69,000 impressions. Now we can compare that. We could say, well, how many conversions do we have though? And here we see a big jump where we still have 450 keywords, but those impressions are leading to a large number of our conversions. So impressions gives you an idea at a high level of how you're doing impression-wise. Conversions can show you where your conversions are actually coming from. Then we can look at where our clicks coming from. Is there a difference? And so by looking across the board, we can see the trend of click-through rate often increasing by quality scores, not always. And so this gives you an idea of how your keywords across the account are doing. Now next, we want to look at sub-factors. So we can graph the sub-factors by keyword counts or by, say, impressions. So this will start to also show us a difference. If we look at our impressions, we see most of our impressions are good landing page experience. Most are good ad relevance, but most are a average click-through rate. Now, what does it look like from a keyword standpoint? We can see a big difference. So our ad relevance dropped a lot. So we have a lot of keywords with below average ad relevance, and those keywords aren't leading to many impressions. So we want to isolate those and take a look at those. And so it's easy then to look at what's your total conversion value, what is your CTR like, by sub-factors of quality score aggregated at the keyword level. Now further down, we get an idea of our ad group data. So we can see what is our count of ad groups at each level, and then how do those factors play out. So again, we see if we compare our ad group to our keywords from a keyword count standpoint, we have a lot of below ad relevance, but not many in ad group wise. It's much less, which means we probably have a small number of ad groups with large numbers of keywords that are poor ad relevance. So this will give you the high level information about your account for quality scores. And then at the bottom, you can see your 3 ad groups that need the most quality score help. And we'll show how this is arrived at in a little bit. So next, if we go over to our dashboard, we can scroll down and we can see there are quality score alerts. So we've got ad groups with low quality score and high volume keywords with a quality score drop. So if we just click on this, we can see the filter. So keyword status is enabled, impressions more than 100, quality score weekly change is negative. Now you can always update the filters. If you have a very large account, you might want to have at least 500 impressions, and we can save our new customized number before that becomes an alert that you see. Then if we go back to the dashboard, back to quality score, we have 13 ad groups just on an aggregate basis with low quality scores. So let's ad groups less than 7. Now if you're in something like business to business, you may have lower quality scores in general because you're pre-qualifying so many users first. So you can change this to maybe ad groups where it's less than a 5 and save your customized. Now when we look at our ad group data, there's several things we can see from a quality score standpoint. So number one, we can see what's the ad group's impression weighted quality score. Now this is important to note that it's impression weighted. So for instance, let's say we have an ad group with 2 keywords. One keyword has a quality score of 10 and has 1,000 impressions. The other keyword has a quality score of 1 and has 1 impression. on a straight average basis, the quality score for the ad group would be 5.5. That's highly misleading because most of the impressions are coming from a 10 quality score. So the impression weighted in that case would be like a 9.9. So we impression weight the quality score data. So you can see what your ad group's level is. We then show you your weekly change by quality score, so you can set up an alert on weekly changes. And then we impression weight the sub-factors. Now we can sort on any of these. We could find our best ad relevance, our best landing page experience, etc. very, very easily. You can graph these across the board if you're on the ad group screen, if you're on the campaign screen, or the keyword screen. You can just click and you can graph your quality score for the past year and see the change in sub-factors. Now, to figure out where to start working, we do what we call a quality score priority order. This looks at your cost data per ad group and your impression weighted quality score. So for instance, this ad group has spent £6,000. This one has spent almost £20,000. This 6,000 has a 3.3 quality score. The 20,000 is a 6. Because that quality score is so much lower, that would be a higher quality score priority even though it has less spend. So we use an algorithm so you can just quickly sort by priority to jump to an ad group where you can work to improve the quality scores. Now, if we see there's an issue, in this case it's ad relevance, we might want to go look and filter for places we're doing well there. So we could say, show me where my ad group quality score is more than 7 and my ad group ad relevance is above average. And then we can apply that and look at those ad groups to see how that relationship is working. So you can filter by your ad group's quality score, your quality score weekly change, is it positive or negative? We can filter by any of the sub-factors. So this is a good way to filter by what's doing poorly, take a look at what that data looks like, filter by what's doing well, take another look to give you some ideas of how to improve your quality scores. Now if we go over to keywords, we can again see what is that individual keywords. Landing page experience, ad relevance, and expected CTR. We can again graph our histories out. What's the weekly change for the quality score? And then what is the actual quality score? And so you also have the same filters. So we could filter and say, okay, we need to learn where we're doing well from a CTR standpoint and examine that keyword and ad relationship. So we could filter to find just where we've got quality scores of 7 or higher, expected click-through rates are above average, and then take a look at what that keyword ad copy combination looks like to often do either organization or ad testing to improve the quality score. If we move to landing pages, when a landing page is used in multiple ad groups, when you look at the ad group data, it doesn't really give you a great picture of that landing page. So when a landing page is in multiple ad groups, we aggregate the data by landing page for your quality scores. Now, if half the impressions for that landing page are from below average landing page experience keywords, then we will put an alert up that this page really has an issue because most of the impressions are poor. And then you can click to see, okay, what keywords are poor and start to find trends that if you work with the design team or content team, you might need to change the page, or in a case like this, we have 8 keywords good, 5 poor. So these are probably great staying here on this page. These other 5 may need a different page. So looking at the landing page analysis lets you see how pages are doing across ad groups, how many ad groups are they being used in, and then how many keywords have above average and below average landing page experiences. So from the dashboard, your quality score analysis gives you an idea of your account level data, your overall ad group data, and where to start optimizing quality score. Your alerts will show you ad groups with low quality scores with a lot of impressions, or high volume words with quality score drops. You can click on these, open the filter. If you need more things, like you don't want to see everyone, you only want to see ad groups that have impressions more than 500, you can adjust these filters and save customized. At the campaign level, you can see your quality score and graph it out. Keywords, you can see your quality score data, filter by your subfactors, find places where your keywords are increasing or decreasing in quality scores to work on them. And the landing pages gives you the aggregate data of your quality scores by landing page. So by using this flow of looking at your account level quality score, where you want to improve quality scores by the quality score priority, doing some examination of positive and negative changes to quality scores, then often quality score improvements is organization and ad testing. There's a lot. You can use multi-ad group testing to see what really changes the CTR type of data for your account. And this should help you monitor, analyze, and improve quality scores across your paid search accounts.